Hi, I'm going to show you, I did start another emergency kit. I'm going to show you some of the things I have in it, and I'm going to tell you the reason I have it. First, I'm going to show you our change jar. This is what we've done in the past month. There was around $2.50 in it with my last video. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out just over $2.50 and I'm going to put it here. That was actually $1 to, you know what, we'll just go $3. So in the past month, we have saved $2, $4, $6, $8, $10, $11, $12. And there's the $2.50 that was already in there from my last video. And there's actually a little bit more than $2.50 in there. So that is what we have saved in the past month, right there. Okay? Let's get this out of the way. I'll just throw all this in here so I don't lose any money. Money is important. You can't lose it. Okay. We do have another tote. As you can tell, it is nowhere near full. But I'm going to tell you what we have and why we have it. Excuse me again. Like I said, I'm still sick. I did actually lose my voice. I'm just getting it back now. So, first, we have 2 large big bags of soup. This is cheddar potato and chicken broccoli, or it's not chicken but cheddar broccoli, excuse me. Next, instant mashed potatoes. It's microwavable. Rice-a-roni, chicken flavored. Now, of course, I have a couple of odd things in here. Before I get to that, we do have apple cinnamon oatmeal. Now, I'm going to get to the odd things. Of course, water purification tablets. Now, if you don't have water purification tablets, there's one thing you really need, and that is regular bleach. And for that, I actually have a syringe. There's no needle on this syringe at all. None. This is one of my girlfriend's old syringes that she never used. She did have to take vitamin B shots. If you do not have a syringe, get some type of dropper and bleach, regular bleach, to purify your water. And that's the reason this is here. If we run out of water purification tablets, we have to purify water. I can use this to add bleach to the water. You don't have to have it. You just have to have some way to add bleach. A cigarette lighter. You've seen I do have a lighter in my other kit. Now this is something that I threw in here because on my solar I do have a car cigarette lighter. I can plug USB things into this and charge them. Plus, I can actually use the car if I need to. I bought this at a dollar store for $1. You have to forgive me. It is really hard to hold this up and see what I'm doing. We do have a couple of these. We actually had probably 8 of these beef stews, but my girlfriend figured she likes these and she started taking them to work with her, so I do have to replace them. But we have beef stew, chicken breast and dressing. We do have to watch what we buy when it comes to certain things. I am allergic to mushrooms. She is allergic to mushrooms, so you know, we have to watch the ones we buy. And those do last a good long time. a can of canned chicken. You could actually add this to the potato soup or the other soup, or whatever you need to add it to. A new jar of peanut butter. We do have a jar over there that's open, and this is strictly for emergencies. Here's something a lot of people don't think of. Salt. Just plain regular salt. We pay like 48 cents for this whole thing. It's always good to have some salt. And we do have a couple green beans in here. One, vegetables, fruits, vegetables, especially vegetables like green beans are really good to have, because even if you eat the food in there, you can drink the liquid if you need to. Last but least, this is fully cooked premium ham. It is that. This is really good, and it stays good a really, really long time. You don't have to refrigerate it until after you open it, but once you open it, you're going to eat it. It's a really good stuff, and I believe we paid less than $4 for this can. I think it's $3 and something. So, but once again, this is me starting another kit. My advice to people is, if you live in an area that's prone to hurricanes, tornadoes, things like that, the best thing you can do is get things that are pretty much either fully cooked, ready to eat, or something you don't have to add water to. But if you do, then make sure you have a way to purify your water. But heat to eat meals are very good, because you can actually just throw them in a pan, throw them over a fire, heat them up. These are actually fully cooked. These Denny Moore things, they're fully cooked, so you don't need water with that. And once again, if you want to start an emergency kit, do it the easy way. Just start putting back your change. Every time you go to the store, get you an extra can of something. Get you one of these canned hams. Get you some peanut butter, salt. Get you some soup. And like I said, this will make my third large emergency kit that I'm working on. And a lot of things we have are pretty much ready to eat. You can open the can, you can eat it. Some things do need cooking. That will take water. Another thing you can actually throw in here, which I don't have, which I probably could throw in here right now if I wanted to, is some of these side dishes. Let me see if I can get that in there. Now, there's a trick to making these if you don't have access to butter. Okay, you can make it like you normally would, but instead of putting butter in here, you put 1 teaspoon, not tablespoon, 1 teaspoon of vegetable oil in place of the butter. And that'll cook up like it would basically with butter in it. And they stay good for a good long time. So, you could actually throw those in your emergency kit. Anyway, like I said, I'm going to try to make this video short. I apologize if it's already too long. I must really apologize for the voice. Like I said, I did lose my voice, and it's just now coming back. But this is our third emergency kit, the large size. You can tell. I hope you can see that. There's my emergency kit with my machete on it. And here's the last emergency kit I showed. And this is number 3 as far as the big kits. Once again, we do have a small kit with basic medical supplies in. Things like extra toothbrush, toothpaste, band-aids, bandages, fishing hooks, things like that. But if you live in an area that gets constantly hit with hurricanes, tornadoes, stock up on certain things to stay good for a decent amount of time that you can heat and eat, or if you have to add water to it, try to make sure that it doesn't take numerous amounts of water. Unfortunately, the soup there takes a large amount of water. It's like 8 cups of water for that soup. I have been watching videos. I'm not trying to tell you what to do. Please, whatever you do, do not loot in a store. I do know there are people that do that. But if you have to, absolutely have to, while everybody else is going down the food aisle, hit camping supplies. And you're going, why? One, you need a way to cook. You need fuel. You need a cook stove. And they have dehydrated meals and camping supplies. But, do me a favor. Don't go looting into a store, okay? I'm not telling you to. I'm just telling you in an emergency situation where the grid goes down and everybody's stealing TV sets. You don't need a TV set. What you need is survival stuff. But like I said, I'm not telling you to loot, okay? I'm telling you actually don't loot. Stock up beforehand. Because there will be a lot of people, taking out these stores, and the first thing they're going to do is hit the food and the water. But if you have to, absolutely have to, hit camping supplies, because you can get water purification tablets there. You can get dehydrated foods or freeze-dried foods there. You can get a way to cook, a way to heat your home, whatever you need. But, like I said, do not loot, okay? Save your change up and just start your emergency kit. These you can eat right out of the pack. You actually don't need to heat them. The chicken, you can eat right out of the can. The ham, right out of the can. There are a lot of people out there that buy Spam. That's fine. Personally, I think the taste of Spam is disgusting. So, that's up to you. Tuna, I can't eat fish. My girlfriend got very serious food poisoning from tuna once, so she won't touch that to save her life. She just smells it and she turns green. But, once again, start off small, save your change, put in petty things. A lot of things I have you won't need. You don't absolutely need this. The only reason I have this in here is I actually have a small MP3 player that will plug into this and charge. I have the needle, which has no needle on it. There is absolutely no needle on this whatsoever. I can pull the cap off and there's no needle, okay? This is just used to add bleach to water to purify. I also do have lighter water purification tablets. And my tablets, of course, are really strong. My tablets treat 5 to 6.5 gallons of water, something like that. 5 to 6.5 gallons of water per tablet. And of course, I have my jugs over here now. Since my girlfriend's actually not riding her bike and producing power here, I just decided to put them there. Make sure you get things your family will eat. If I added up every bit of food that I have in all 3 of my kits, I have less than $100. Think about that. I have 3 emergency kits that size, full of stuff. And if you're counting just the food, coffee, honey, all the canned goods I probably have less than $100 invested in our emergency kits so far. Like I said, this kit is only about halfway finished. I will probably take this change to the bank sometime next week, cash it in, and go shopping and fill this kit up. So anyway, this is my advice to you. Start you an emergency kit. Keep bleach on hand. Regular bleach. Bleach does expire in a year. If you don't use it in that year, replace it. buy a little bottle of vegetable oil to throw in your emergency kit, just a little bitty one. That way, if something actually tastes butter like this, you could actually just put a little bit of vegetable oil in there and it'll work. Alright, anyway, I'm fixing to go. I appreciate you watching. Once again, I apologize for the voice. Hopefully everything picks up, and good luck to everybody out there who is facing emergencies. Alright, bye.